Hello everybody and welcome to Purple Table Tarot. My name is Robin and I will be doing a pick a pile reading today. And we're going to be doing something a little fun and extra special. We're going to be looking into who your spirit guides are, or kind of honing in on one particular spirit guide. Just looking at the qualities of that guide, and also based on the qualities that they have, that will tell us, what kind of where they think that you should be going, and what kind of energies you can enhance or bring forward in your own life. And you just take what resonates and leave out what does not. So I bless the cards and cleanse the space. And I will see you back I have to do some stuff with the cards, but I will see you back for the presentation of the 3 pendulums, and then you can pick your pile. Okay, see you soon. Okay, everyone, so I'll go ahead and present the 3 piles. We're going to be looking at these pendulums here. Okay, so this is pile number 1. And this is a quartz crystal pendulum with a piece, hopefully there's a piece, see how there's a teeny little cage in there? That's a piece of moldavite. A little piece of moldavite inside the glass case up top, and it's clear quartz crystal. Okay, that's pile number 1. Pile number 2. I think this is it feels like hematite, but it's all black, and so I believe it is obsidian. Any kind of black stones, very dark stones, metallic stones, they really provide protection. Okay, protection. So there's that pendulum. Pile number 2. Pile number 3, we have a quartz crystal. I think, I want to say that this might be a Lumerian or a Starbury, but it is a clear crystal with a little wire wrap around it. Very pretty. So the clear quartz, and any quartz really does just enhance whatever kind of energies you're working with, and also clears them. If you work with any other kind of specific stone and then you bring in a clear quartz, that will kind of magnify what it is that you're working with. Moldavite is really powerful in how it is very much connected to personal transformation and healing. Also, so it's kind of like when you're going through a personal transformation and healing, it can kind of take you to the depths first. So let's just say midlife crisis type stone where it's very powerful, but it's going to put you through it in an effort to get you to wake up to yourself and what's going on. Okay, and it's also kind of think of it as either midlife crisis or your first Saturn return kind of experience. So those are the piles. Okay, pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So the special thing about this reading is we're going to be doing who is your spirit guide, what kind of, not necessarily specifically who, but what kind of qualities does your spirit guide have. Okay, over here we have court cards, and we are going to be pulling one card over here to kind of enhance whether or not they have more masculine or feminine, youthful, or older and wiser, or kind of in the middle, like adolescent type. We'll see. Over here we have the aces that will really tell us the main element that they resonate with, and that'll give us ideas of their characteristics. Row 1 will have 3 more court cards to even give us more of an idea of how they work with their own energies. The middle row is going to be the major arcanas, and so that, I believe, is going to be, what are they here to show you? Okay, so those are the 3 majors, and then these are the minors, right? And so what do you need to understand in order to help, like, let me think. Okay, so this is basically like, what are the particulars of it that you need to understand? They're like the supporting energies. You know, what supporting energies are going to help you with these major transitions, these major stages? Because when it comes to major arcanas, those are steps on the path of the Fool's Journey, okay? So go ahead, pick your pile, and I will see you at your pile. Okay. Hello, pile 1. We will go ahead and just get into it. And since I had to separate all these into the different specific piles, I'll just go ahead and say my blessing now while I'm shuffling all of these. Okay, so I invite Spirit in with so much grace and gratitude, and thank you for this fun idea, and I respectfully request a message for pile number 1 for their greatest and highest good. Spirit, allow us to connect very intimately and closely with their spirit guide, if they so allow, during this time, during this reading. Thank you. Whoops. You know what? The Queen of Cups wanted to pop out, so we're just going to put her right there, okay? We'll go ahead and see. She's definitely a water element, very wise. I'll get into the reading in a second. I don't want to go too far ahead of myself. Ace of Cups, more water. Yes. Okay. And what other energies, kind of personality traits, does this spirit guide have, Spirit? For pile number 1. Queen of Pentacles. You know, I'm just getting the sense that perhaps if any of you had your mom or a maternal figure in your life pass away, she very well could be a spirit guide for you, for sure. That's definitely a personal belief of mine, that our people are our spirit guides, okay? Powerful set of energies so far, just like so magnificent. Okay. 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 So let's get into your reading, right? This is some really amazing, beautiful, powerful energy. I want to push these up a little bit. So I'll kind of put these like this and then do put these up, but pardon for the, not trying to be disorganized, I promise. Okay, I just want you to see the cards. Okay. Okay, so first off, your spirit guide is so feminine and so loving and so, it's just like she's like water and emotion and beauty personified. Like such a nurturing, incredibly nurturing presence in your life. I'm hearing protector. She's a protector, and this femme spirit guide, she comforts you when you are in a very sad place, or just, she basically puts her arms around you. She comforts you. She mothers you. She helps you get in touch with your inner child, and is there, is ever present with you, seeing you through challenging times, and like standing back with like tears in her eyes as she sees you accomplish like the things that you've been wanting to accomplish, or just going through these, even the mundane even the mundane kind of personal awakenings or cosmic downloads that you get throughout the day, or like little aha moments. It's like she sees it. And the thing is that she doesn't bring it to you and put it in, like lay it in your lap. She's really like an observer of this whole process, and just simply like delighting in your discovery of yourself, and of just little things along the way. Like she's completely present with you all the time, because this is a consistent and constant like energy. This is like something that is, it follows you. She follows you. And it's like celebrating you in your triumphs and even minor things, and comforting you in your downtimes, and also really just having a more omnipresent presence, I guess you can say, where it's really like she's there, she's close to you, but she's also panned back, like she's hands off. That's what I want to say. She's hands off because she trusts you. She trusts you, and she does guide you for sure. But the thing is she guides you with love and protection and higher knowing. Love and protection and higher knowing. And the thing is that since she is able to pan the camera back, or just kind of like stay like removed and just simply observe, I get the sense that it's like you have gone through so much already in your life that like you got this, and she's there for you when you need her. But for the most part, she's just able to sit back and like watch and delight, you know, because I get the sense that this group, pile number one's group, is really like, lives in alignment with who they are, and will face the tough challenges and the tough decisions, just like faces life head on, you know, and not like in this like I'm a go-getter, meow, or whatever it is. It's like, oh, I see this thing that I have to do. This is gonna be hard, but I know it's the right thing. Okay, here we go. You know what I mean? It's like really like pile number one, this group lives in alignment with who they are. And experiences all the same struggles when it comes to making the big decisions, but you don't avoid. Maybe for a little bit. Maybe for a little bit at first where you're like, really? Do I really have to do this? Or am I really in this predicament right now? But by and large, you don't find yourself in the grips of drama. Like, drama is not a part of your world. And if it does come in, because, hey, we all have drama folks in our life, you know, I mean, we got folks. Be a little bit more challenging, whether they're family members or colleagues or whatever the case may be, lovers, friends, la-di-da. You, by and large, it's like that's not like your full-on social landscape. Like, I see a very, like, just like, it's more along the lines of you're living your life in peace and taking your life one step at a time, and you are really just, and not just, but you are present. And that's a very strong reflection of your spirit guide that is there with you and watching you. You know, it's like your spirit guide, or at least this one that I'm looking at, because we can have a lot, she's not coming in and putting out fires, okay? She's really watching you with all this love and gratitude and grace, and that she is like seeing in you. You are putting that out there, okay? It's just like there's just this love beam. It's just like this full on, like, there's an ease and a flow, and there can be hiccups in life. And that's when you bring in these other energies to really like problem solve with those kinds of things. But like, it's in motion. Like, it's in motion, and it's not cluttered with a bunch of crap. Okay? So I'm telling you, that whole thing right there, that was all just coming through. Like, fully coming through. Okay? Sorry, I slurped my coffee. Okay, now listen. So that's like, there's all of that energy that I just described, right? And then there's a groundedness. So that's a part of what your spirit guide has, these elements here, which are just like so strong, like Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords, and Knight of Wands. So there is a passionate protector type here. And also, like, you know, and make no mistake, like, what I'm getting from this pile is that your spirit guide is here, and it's like you are the physical manifestation of this spirit guide. And it's not just like, oh, what do I choose? Okay, hey, spirit guide, let's look at this one practical specific thing. No, this is a full-on energy and how you show up. You and your spirit guide are like a reflection. You are a reflection of the spirit guide, and it is working through you every day. And so the King of Swords here, you know, this says to me that your person, your spirit guide, has, when it comes to really problem solving and like laying down the law and like communication, like your communication is very clear, or this, your spirit guide is able to clearly communicate their messages to you. And you are able to receive it very clearly. And then when you are in a situation in life where you are like, say you're at work, like I'm just getting images of being at work, you know, like you can problem solve. Like, if you don't have like random distractions around, like you're really, really able to focus and like charge through and get things done, okay? Because that is the energy that your spirit guide has. And like I said, it's like this energy is like coming through, and it's like a surrounding force, but it moves through you. It manifests through you, So pile number one, you're fully living in alignment with spirit. You're fully living in alignment with spirit because you're living in alignment with yourself and your higher knowing. And not to say you don't get confused, not to say you don't get hiccups here and there and all the things, but it's like I see like a clarity. Like I see like whatever you're doing, like keep doing it. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like your spirit guide, the way that you live your life, as well as that there's a part of you that really, you know, loves to have fun and really loves like being, you know, like has a very healthy libido, you know. You can be playful and you can be adventurous and you can, you know, be safe and everything like that, but you have this passion. And it's like that spirit guide energy is also there. Like they wish sometimes that they could be in physical form so that they can have some of the fun that you're having or that you're going to have. You know, so like very passionate and and I don't know, like I just like get such like a well-rounded like feeling from this. Okay, so that's the energy. It's water, it's earth, it's air, it's fire. You have it, but your spirit guide is dominantly water. Earth, air, fire, water. Yeah. Oh wow. Very well balanced. Very well balanced. Definitely more along the lines of like this. That's why I say I think that this guide was like a parent or a grandparent or somebody. It was like they know you. They know you. And yes, they know you and they watch over you. They're very intimately connected with you. And that, yes, and they're just like there's a elder vibe for real, for sure, because we got two queens and a king. Like this is an elder. This is like someone who was like a grandma. I feel like it's definitely more femmy, for sure. But it could be a grandpa as well, who was like had more nurturing vibes, but just kind of like this person has so much wisdom, and so much so that they trust. They were really able to. They have this very easy capacity to stand back and observe and be hands off, like I was saying before. But they will come in and you know, kind of shout the message from time to time, because this is also a fierce energy that's inside of them. But this quality steps in when it's like, we need to do this. Like this is dire here, you know. Or this is like, yeah, this needs immediate action. But by and large, they're not in your life putting out fires, because you're totally in alignment. So you don't need someone to come and babysit you. You know what I'm saying? Okay, let's move on to the middle. So let me see. This is what they're here to. Is this what they're here to help you with? What are they here to show you? So what they are here to show you is exactly what I think you're already living. They're here to show you how to nurture, how to grow, how to take what is inside of you and really make manifest. Like, this is the mother energy, the Empress, okay? But the Empress is also like a nurturer, but she's also what is inside of her is like, and whether this is, you know, having flesh babies or, you know, whatever kind of creativity, sharing your gifts with the just sharing your gifts, being of abundance, right? In whatever kind of creative capacity, and like putting it forth. You also help others. This spirit guide is here to also guide you to help others nurture those gifts in themselves and bring out those gifts out of themselves as well. And in the center of the reading, we have the sun. We have the sun. And so it's like they are here, your guide is here to show you like the beauty and the light and the warmth of life. Like these things together is like full on life-giving energy. Full on life-giving energy. And I feel like your spirit guide is like working through you, and you are embodying them in a way. Like I would bet that you probably work in some sort of, maybe you're a teacher, like you're a guide as well, and a nurturer of some kind. You could be like a teacher or a nurse or a counselor, or you're very much in the what they call the soft skills, which I think is just so silly, but you know, it's very nurturing what it is that you do. Very much connected to the heart and the spirit and the energy, and in working with people when they are having a harder time or they're struggling. So you're like, it's like the mother energy is behind you, and then you come in as the mother energy to those on the physical plane. And I really, really like this. I really like this a lot, because underneath here, what else are they here to show you? You have the Emperor. So the Emperor is all about structure, boundaries, putting where they can put, you know, here's the things, and we're going to be bossing this energy. So, and to have this under the Knight of Wands, it's like, yeah, here's all like the, you know, flowery and like the motherly and all the things. But when it comes down to it, this is what they're also here to show you. You know, you don't want to let, it's not like, oh, you're not here to be also be a pushover, because you love so deeply and so broadly that like this energy is like, okay, and love and structure, loving but firm, healthy boundaries, and being able to really lay down the law when it's time to like really lay it down, and let people know, you know, hey, like this is the limit here. Okay? Very, very strong, like healthy parental energy, or guide, like, yeah, very, very healthy. I mean, this is like, yeah, I don't know. I'm not necessarily speechless. I just am thinking like, what I'm getting is like, I feel like this energy, like I feel like group number one, I feel like maybe a lot of you are a bit older, like you've lived, you know, like, and even if you're still chronologically young, there's something about your early experiences that people you may have heard people say to you like, oh, you're such an old soul, or you know, you've lived through experiences to where you have wisdom. What is that? Jeez. I'm so sorry, you guys. I forgot to put my phone on DND, so I'm going to do that now so I don't get called. Oh, jeez Louise, what is this? Anyways. All right. Okay. So that's what they're here to help you with, and this is what they are here to guide you with. And it looks to me like, I don't know, I just like get the real sense that that's what's being like moved through, like you are in alignment with it. the other aspect is that I feel like your spirit guide is also here to teach you and guide you to illuminate truth. Illuminate truth for others in a very warm and like connected way. When you are in conflict or in a challenge with somebody else, your spirit guide is helping you like stay calm and grounded and really empathize with what it is that that person's going through, and for you to basically meet them as the nurturing presence. So let's just say, like, for example, say you're dealing with like a toddler, right? And the toddler's having a temper tantrum. You are going to come in and you're going to like totally help them, like, you know, regulate, and not by any means of like, oh, you just stop that right now. It's more like, yeah, you're really upset right now. You didn't want that at all. You know, it's kind of like, that's right, you know, and then you let them cry, and then like you're like, here, climb into my lap, you know, and do you want a hug? You know what I mean? And so you may not do that exact thing with the people that you work with day in and day out, but it's like your presence is like grounded in the face of other people's kind of, you know, like you provide a container. Your spirit guide is here to help guide you to provide a loving and stable container, not just for yourself, but for those that you work with, for people in your life. You know, and your guide also understands that you can't be the one to do that all the time. So your spirit guide is also here to help you see when you need to pull back a little bit and to take care of yourself as well. That's important here too. With this Emperor energy, like when you are starting to kind of give a bit too much, your spirit guide, this is when your spirit guide swoops in and they put their arms around you, because usually they're at a distance, but then there are times when it gets harder, you're overextending yourself, and then they come in and they give you a signal. They give you a signal, and like, you know, and then it kind of comes in for you like a cosmic download where you're just like, yeah, here I am, I worked all day and I haven't even had anything to eat yet. Like, I'm overextending myself, and I'm like, okay, like, yeah, like, I'm way too involved, or I need to pull back. I'm going to take a day off tomorrow and I'm going to get some rest, or I'm going to do such and such a thing to like take care of myself. And I feel like with pile number 1, you may be of the kind of practice character type where it's like you can forget about yourselves or put yourself last. And that's what your spirit guide is here to help you, like, keep balance between caring for others and caring for yourself. Okay. So now let's look at the final row here. This one, hang on. This is, what do you need to understand in order to help? What do I need to understand in order to help my guide help me? So I guess this is kind of like, this row is like, what do you need to do in order to like get out of your own way and allow your guide to do, you know, to come in? What do you need to understand in order to help your guide help you? Okay. Interesting. So we have Six of Wands, Seven of Cups, and Four of Wands. I think what you need to understand and know about this process of like called life, basically, is that for your stability and in order to cut through any kind of confusion, because, before I even looked at these cards, what I was saying before about like overextending yourself, I think one of the signals that one of the signals to pay attention to that your spirit guide wants you to understand is that when you begin to get into this headspace of like feeling confused or like not knowing what to choose, and you're really just kind of generally feeling ungrounded and a bit overwhelmed, because that's like the Seven of Cups here. And here, this is illuminating this. The sun is illuminating. So when your spirit guide is coming in and illuminating this experience, the Seven of Cups experience for you, that is your like indicator that you need to set boundaries in order to get more stable. Okay? You need to pull back your energy, because what you need to do is get grounded again. Even if it means stepping away from all the accolades and praises that you get in your role in your life. There are a lot of people that look to you, pile number one, in your physical manifestation of your life. Like your spirit guide wants you to know that they know that you impact other people's lives all the time, whether or not you know it. And that people, when they see you, and when they even they could, like when people talk about you, they have nothing but good things to say about you. They have nothing but good things to say about you. Because you are so loving and so giving. Like I cannot express it enough. You are a physical manifestation of your guide. Your guide works through you. I mean, I'm just blown away by this energy. I am blown away by it. And so what you need to pay attention to is your stability. When you're beginning to feel loosey-goosey and confused and I don't know, like it's overwhelming and la-di-da, you know that feeling, step away, take some time to like regroup and ground by like taking care of yourself in such a way of like going to sleep, like take a nap, whatever, like eat good food, get good movement, just that's the indicator. When you begin to veer off into the land of the Seven of Cups, that's your spirit guide tapping you on the shoulder and letting you know, yep, this is one of those times when you're overextending yourself. So in order to kind of get back to center, so you can basically live out and like continue to do whatever work it is that you are doing. I mean, I get the sense that this is like pile number one, this is a very high level, like spiritual group. It's kind of like gives me like earth angel vibes, for sure. Like full on earth angel vibes. This is really beautiful. Yeah, so a way in which for you to get out of your guide's way so they can help you is to heed the call. Heed the call when they're pointing out to you that you are feeling overwhelmed. And then, and that's when they're trying to get your attention, right? Because you have like this victory, success. There's something like you know, there's just something that's so kind of like pompous a little bit. Like, not that your spirit guide is pompous or you're pompous, but there's like some sort of, like, there's so much adulation and praise. Like, there's so many people trying to get your attention in the Six of Wands that when that's the case, it can be very overwhelming for you. So that's what your spirit guide wants you to know. That's just, yeah, they're not putting out fires. They're not putting out fires for you. They don't need to. They don't need to at all. Because you're just like a physical manifestation of this like angelic energy. And not to say that like you totally get overwhelmed, and it's not to say that, you know, okay, you are here, you are a human having a human experience for sure, but I mean, pile number one, I see you're fully in alignment with your this is the authentic human being. Authentic human being. This is beautiful. Okay, let me pull an animal card. That's what I'm going to do for the tarot. I'm not going to be clarifying any of these because I mean, I did not. I will say this. This is the first time I've ever done this spread, okay? This is the first time I've ever done this spread, and I feel like I personally I have not had I'm sorry, I'm a little tongue-tied. This is one of the first readings where I feel like the messages were not even like, oh, I'm like, it's like a message just like coming through, and that's just it feels really good, and so that's why I'm not gonna like be digging into some sort of like extra thing. Like, there was so much information. That's what I was getting at. So much information coming through based on what I'm seeing here and feeling and getting from your person, from your spirit guide. So like I said earlier, whatever it is that you're doing, just keep doing it, because your spirit guide is very proud of you. They're very proud of you. Okay, dear, love, be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. Acknowledge your self-worth and grace. That's beautiful. Because that's like the full-on energy. That is the full-on energy. And then here's one. I really like this a lot. This was at the bottom of the deck. And this, I feel, really encapsulates this protective power. It's like mama bear power. Grizzly bear power. I am indestructible. I honor my intuition and go where it leads. Love and gentleness are my real strength. I never give up. I will succeed. Wow, pile number one. This is like... Whew. All right, pile number one, thank you so much for joining me. I really hope that you enjoyed your reading, and thank you so much for all your lovely likes, shares, and subscribes, and I will see you next time. Okay, bye. Hello, pile two. If you picked the black pendulum here, I believe it is obsidian or I'm silly, I don't know. It's either obsidian or some sort of like black onyx or even like a tourmaline type. But either way, there it is. Pile two. So sorry. Okay, let's get into who your spirit guide is, okay? So like I was saying, so here, let me do the blessing first. Oh, gotta get grounded. Because after pile number one, that was really something, okay? So here we are. Spirit, I invite you in with so much grace and gratitude and respect, and request a message for pile number two. Spirit guide, for pile number two, I'm calling on you with your permission, to allow yourself to be seen, your essence, and what you are here to show. Pile number 2. And really helping them understand how you work with them and where you are, like where you are in their life, you know? Okay. They're like, yeah, I know. Get on with it. I wonder if, yeah, let's see. I wonder if this one is like a little bit funny. Okay. King of Pentacles. Maybe not so funny, but let's see. What's their element? So a masculine energy. Masculine and wise. Practical. Grounded. And I have my eyes closed, okay? Swords. Very logical, very, very, really like, I want to say super ego, but not in the sense of like very like arrogant or anyway, like if you're familiar with psychology, like the super ego is like the person is like the inner, like just the voice, your higher knowing, your inner knowing of what is the right thing to do, you know, and what do you take. There's like a lot of practical energy about this spirit guide so far. Very, very much masculine. But let's see, what other traits do they have? No, that ain't it. Oh yeah, it is. Okay, so Page of Pentacles, Queen of Swords, Knight of Wands. Knight of Wands came out in that same spot for pile number 1. Yeah, what I'm seeing so far is that like your spirit guide, the energies that they have about them is very grounded, like very logical. Very logical. But they are curious. They are curious when it comes to like whenever you are thinking about doing something new, they are definitely with you in those times of like this spirit guide is all about being with you when it comes to making big decisions. When it comes to making big decisions, this spirit guide comes in. And they could be really stern with you. They could be stern with you. You very well may feel as though, in kind of in your day-to-day life, like you might be kind of hard on yourself sometimes when it comes to doing what's right. But you know, that's like the spirit guide energy comes in when it's time to make decisions, and when you're considering starting something new, they swoop in with their logic, their guidance. Yep. They give you a kick in the butt when it's time to move. When it's time, yep, and I said when it's time to move, and then I flipped over the Chariot. They give you a kick in the butt to get you moving when you are at a place of indecision about things. They're loving but firm as well, because we have Empress at the center. So they are nurturing. They do love you. Of course, they love you very much. And this kind of has not necessarily a tough love, but kind of a little bit of more of a kind of a type A in a way personality, where it's like, there's a lot of love in my guidance, and we're gonna be, this is semi drill sergeant, like the tough, like get up, get moving, get up and get moving. Don't let the grass grow under your feet. Are you doing this or not? Chop, chop. I'm hearing chop, chop. And that's funny because I never say that. And this couldn't be further from my, it's like, it's so cool. Like tapping into this energy and seeing these folks, very different from pile one's guide, This is cool. Yeah, this spirit guide is the spirit guide that gives you a kick in the butt. So the thing is, this spirit guide, they're a bit more hands-on with you, because, and not all the time, they're not overly they're not like on your shoulder all the time, but they're with you in such a way that is not, when they come in, they come closer when you find yourself in a headspace of not being able to decide on something, or if you're just kind of like, whenever you're stuck in kind of like, when you're in stuck mode, that's when they show up. And they can be as close to you as sitting in the back seat of your car, or they can be as removed as like, kind of hovering above. Like, imagine like a helicopter, but not even as high as a helicopter. Like an aerial view of you, but not too far away. But that's the range in which they work with you. Because they see that you struggle with decision making. And they are very much, and because of that, that's why they are here to be like, like, here's the decision. This is what, because down here, it's like, what do you need to understand about yourself? And just kind of, what are the signs, what are the signals to you when your spirit guide is trying to come through and like tap you on the shoulder or kick you in the butt or whatever, is when you are stuck in kind of a, in your head about things and not being really able to make a decision, and then also not seeing what is being handed to you, or seeing what's being handed to you and like talking yourself out of its worthiness, And what they, and like what this is about is recognizing your own worthiness and your own ability. Your spirit guide wants you to trust yourself more, because when you do that, that's when this will lead you to your fulfillment in your life. Okay? And that's underneath this Empress energy here. They're here to help you get moving towards the beauty that life has to offer you instead of being stuck in indecision. So your spirit guide will be in the back seat with you, like while you're driving your car, they could be in your back seat. The more that they will be in your back seat when you are more in the grips of this energy. Like the stronger that you feel this energy, the closer they are. And I feel like they do struggle a little bit with trying to get through to you. Like they get kind of annoyed with you sometimes. They love you very much. And they're here for you. Like they're not going anywhere. But they get a little pissed. They get a little bit irritated. They get a little irritated with you if you're too stuck. Not like, and it's not like they don't have compassion for that, but they're just kind of like, we don't got time for this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they're just like, oh my God, like why are you doing this again? Like, come on, chop chop. You know, that this is kind of their vibe. I like it. It's funny. Because it's like they're there and they're in a loving presence, but they're kind of like, okay, enough, you know, like get going. And so, yeah. They're not like coming in to like swoop in and coddle you at all. They're here to help you like make decisions. They want you to see that you are absolutely capable. Their main thing, like I feel like this is more like an angel that you may not have known in life. This could even be an ancestor that you never met. That like the spirit realm was just like, hey, they like tapped them one day. They're like, okay, come here. Like this is your assignment. You gotta go down here. This is one of your descendants, or this is this person. Like you may or may not have been related to this person, but there is a connection. But it's like the spirit realms acknowledged this particular spirit guide as what you needed for you to learn how to trust yourself. And so the challenge that the spirit guide has is that they can be a little bit too hands-on at times. And so what they also are like, what I'm seeing is that like what they also need to learn is to be able to bring in and balance this energy, like this Empress energy, to pull back a little bit more, to give you room and opportunity to make the decisions that you need to make in life, to find the motivation and to move forward, you know, and to really just trust yourself. And that's the paradox, right? Because it's like, it's hard for you to trust yourself if your spirit guide's main energy and strength is coming in to be like kicking you in the butt. In a way, it's kind of like they are making the decision for you in a sense. So it's really like it's this balance, like you're both trying to work together, like to find balance in like how to get you to trust yourself and to get you where you need to go. And sometimes they get frustrated and they like take a break. Sometimes they get frustrated and they take a break. It's kind of funny. But they absolutely believe in you. They do believe in you, and they do believe that you can do it. They really do. But that's definitely when they're closest, is when you're having a hard time making decisions, and they're trying to give you a kick in the butt, a lot of guidance, a very, like, kind of like I said before, like a drill sergeant-y type guidance, you know? But they get frustrated with the amount, which how close, like how to come in. Like I get a very masculine vibe from this guide. They could have been used to in their physical incarnation, they were probably very used to people doing what they said. And so now that they're in the spirit realm and they're like trying to guide you, and it's like it's very challenging for them, for you to not like do what it is they think you should do right now, right away. And so I think what your a way in which you can help your guide work with you is by getting out of your own way and really trusting yourself more. And the way that you can do that is by like looking and having appreciation for the love in your life. Where do you find the love in your life? Where do you find the community? Where do you find the connection and the joy? And not just like some Pollyanna, like where's the joy? It's just like, what are you thankful for? What are you thankful for? And what do you recognize in yourself that you're proud of? And what do you recognize in yourself that you're good at and that you can grow and nurture in yourself? Because this is very much about, this is very just you and your guide. You and your guide. That's what this relationship is, very intimate. It's very one-on-one. But they're not going anywhere, they're here for you. They might get irritated and go like take a smoke break or something, but like they believe in you, but they know that you have a little bit further to go. They're like, okay, like they know that like the more that they come in and try to strong arm you, that then the more you can be like, you don't have enough room to like be able to trust yourself. It's kind of like they need to be able to pull back, to give you space for you to have this aha moment, and to really get in touch with yourself and appreciate yourself and really acknowledge what it is that you are good at and what it is that you bring to the table. Very, very honest with yourself, of like, what are my strengths? What's my purpose? What do I bring? What do I bring to myself? What do I bring to others? And like, where is it that I can just say, I can do this? And I don't, and there's an element of like judging things without all the information. There's like a preconceived notion about things, that stuff that comes your way, oh, it's just gonna be crappy anyways. Or why even do that? It's just gonna it's just gonna go south. Or it's just like over time there has been an experience of like blocking blocking your own blessings. Blocking your own blessings because you don't trust that anything good is really going to come your way. And so what this is an invitation to is like the way in which you begin to see and say good things come my way is to see your own goodness. And so your spirit guide has been trying to take this kind of a strong-armed approach with you, but I feel like they are learning at the same time to allow, like, they want you to see your goodness. And it can be difficult for them too, because when they begin to get frustrated with you and they just need to like back off a little bit, they can get irritated with you. And they can and they still know your goodness, but it's like it's irritating, like you irritate them. Not all the time. But just in this, when you're occupying this space, they're like, oh my God. You know, it's like it's irritating for them because, like I said, they're used to people doing what it is that they tell them to do. You know, they're very like A, B, C. Like it is here's the trajectory, boom, go. You know, there's no room for bullshit. You know, they're just like, what do you got to do? Get it done. You know, they're very focused. They're very focused. So I think the main thing here, pile number 2, is that your spirit guide wants you to see that you are like, once you recognize your own goodness and your own capacity for like making decisions and like, you know, getting up and doing the thing, and even just on a very practical level, practicing that. When you're there and you're sitting there and you could be connected with spirit, you could not, whatever. You're just there and there's a part of you, there's like a little mini download of where you feel like you're being tapped on the shoulder to like just get up and go for a walk, or get up and do the dishes, or get up and like do the thing, like get moving, you know, get moving. um that that's your spirit guide, and when you get that impulse, do it. Do it. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't talk yourself out of it, because there could be like, you could be hit with a very very slight nudge to like get up and go for a walk, or like get up and clean your house, or whatever it is, right? Some little thing where it's task oriented, right? When you hear that, what can automatically come in is, well, no, I don't want to right now. Like, I want to. It's starting to rain. It's kind of cloudy outside, or whatever it is. And what the spirit guide is saying is that once you begin to follow those healthy nudges, then you will be more inclined to like do more. And on a very like, go for a walk, clean your house, like get up and do the things, like whatever it is, on a very tangible, immediate experience. This isn't about, oh, you need to get up and go and like, you know, cure world hunger. You know, it's nothing like that. This is very beginner energy of like starting here, you know, in your immediate experience, for you. For you. Your spirit guide is here to give you a kick in the butt and to get you moving. Okay? And so and you will be able to grow in that capacity, and once you do, it'll be like, okay, there's just maybe like going for a walk and cleaning your kitchen. Okay? And then like the more you do those smaller things, then the more you can expand. And then you're going to do the next thing, and then the next thing. You know, it's just like, this is something that has the potential to grow. And as this is growing, and as your capacity for making these very small decisions that end up becoming like bigger decisions, and it all becomes connected, then within that, your appreciation and love for yourself is going to grow. Just as a parallel to that. Parallel to that. And the more that you do that, like I see your spirit guide like smiling right now, like, you know, just looking on you so proudly. Like they love you and they are proud of you, and they want to see you succeed. They want to see you succeed. And, you know, once you start growing and you start doing those things, like that's where like the pride and the love and the tears of joy come in for your spirit guide, for you. That's what I'm seeing. Okay? So I'm going to leave it there for the tarot portion. Okay, pile 2. And so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go and pull these animal cards. But I think that this is I I think you have a real fun, like, you kind of have a funny relationship with your spirit guide. I think that they're really good for you, and I think that they also, it's time. It's time. Like, you definitely need to get out of your own way. And I say that with a lot of love, but like, they're edgy. Your spirit guide has a little bit of they have an edge, but it's a good edge. It's a good edge. You know, those things like loving but firm. They're definitely a little bit more on the firm, but they definitely love you. Okay. Eagle, mastery. That like looks like your spirit guide, right? They're like, ooh, like, oh. America. Okay, listen. Okay, Eagle, mastery. You are on a spiritual journey beyond the sky. Let go of the past and soar. You are guided by the winds of spirit. Your wisdom inspires the world. So, like, this is really, because this is air energy, right? Which is so much air energy. Okay, what's on the bottom here? Humpback whale, singer. Sing healing songs for the world. Your inner navigation always guides you. Nothing can stop you or keep you from your goal. Align with your purpose and the power in your soul. Very nice. This is, I feel like, is really like reminding you to like, this is the love that you need to see in yourself. This is you need to appreciate yourself more. You know, you have a lot to offer. I just feel like you haven't truly fully embraced it, or you don't believe it, or you don't see it yet somehow. You know? Yeah. Yeah. Okay, pile number 2. Thank you so much for joining me. I appreciate you and your viewership and all your lovely likes, shares, and subscribes. And I can't wait to see you next time. So tune in and have a good night. Thank you so much. Okay, bye. Hello, pile 3, and thank you for joining me. If you chose this quartz crystal pendulum with the wire wrap, this is your reading. Okay. And what we are going to be doing is we're looking at your spirit guide. Okay. What are they here to help you with? What kind of traits do they have? What are they like? And these have really been very, very cool readings, I will say. But I shan't speak too soon because I don't want, yours. I don't want pile number 3s to be a bust, but the first 2 have just like really blown my socks off. I will say that. Okay. So let's invite spirit in. Okay. With so much grace and gratitude, I respectfully request a message for pile number 3 and respectfully invite their spirit guide in to show us who they are and what they are here to do with pile number 3 and how they are here to help them. Okay? All right. Thank you, Spirit. Queen of Swords. Okay. Feminine energy. Let's go ahead and look at the element here. Ace of Wands. So they have element of fire as well. Fiery female, or maybe not female, fiery feminine spirit guide, okay? And also, I get the sense that they want you to see opportunity when it presents itself. But there's also that they have a lot of discernment. So maybe they're here for you to tame your impulses a little bit here and there. I don't know, I'm just spitballing here based on what I see, but what's coming through is helping you to understand which things need your attention and which things don't. And you don't have to like go for everything, but let's see. Or maybe there could also be kind of conversely, maybe they want you to see when opportunity presents itself. But we'll see. Oh, that's what I need to do. What am I doing? Here. Look at their other energies. Sorry about that, I moved on to the second pile. Okay. So these are their other characteristics. They're femi, they got fire, but let's look and see what other characteristics pop out. They're discerning, definitely. Page of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, King of Swords. I get an androgynous type vibe. I feel like your spirit guide is like really, they have a femininity to them, there's a gentleness to them, but there's also a masculinity to them. I feel like they're like a very strong combination of both. I really do get like a full-on like a genderless being, like an angel that doesn't truly, like there's, it's like they're not even, I will just say it because it's coming to me. They have, you know what Barbie and Ken look like, right? Like, there's just, I feel like they're more energy. They don't have gender, or they don't, there's a wholeness about them. There's an all-encompassing kind of beyond that kind of identity. They're very powerful. They're very high ranking. They're like, I feel like they're a very high ranking angel. They're a very high ranking angel. I'm seeing them and they're just like they're like surrounded by light. feel like they encompass, like, I don't know, we'll get into it, but like they encompass all aspects. They have playfulness, they have wisdom, they have practicality, they have discernment, they have heart, they have love, they have ephemeral aspects to them. They're elemental. They are fire and air, and earth and water. Like, they have it. They may never have been human. I don't know. It's kind of, it's just hard to describe. That's as best as I could describe it. Yeah, like, and then the first card to come out is the moon. The moon, the fool, and the sun. This spirit guide is here to teach you, to help you understand who you are. And your place, your role in the greater scheme of all things that are in your everyday practical realm, and how your energy is expansive to all things. Your spirit guide is here to help you see and understand how you are so much bigger, and your energy is very, very far reaching. This is definitely a more ephemeral group. I get the sense that you were meant to travel. There's an exploring kind of energy about this. And I feel like the exploration begins with the self, but then over time that this is like a lifelong guide. Your guide is going to be with you for your whole life, this guide. And they watch you very closely. They guide you. They come to you in downloads, like you're definitely experiencing this spirit's guidance through your own kind of thoughts that just randomly come in, and your own kind of impulses that randomly come in. But I get the sense that you heed the invitation to look at those things, because that's what your guide is here for you to do, is so that when you do get these like flashes of inspiration, or these ideas, or these things that are just like, here's this random thought, if it has any weight to it where it's actually going to drive any kind of behavior or action on your part, or even move you with any kind of emotion, that like this spirit guide has been helping you and will continue to help you meet it with a lot of curiosity. Like this is a very like pile number 3, like the group number 3, like very reflective group, self-reflective, could be in the beginning of that. I get the sense that like you're all at different kind of stages when it comes to that aspect of yourself. Like this could be something that you just started to experience as well, where you're just kind of like, you pause and you consider. That's the invitation from this spirit guide. That's what they're here to help you do, is to pause, consider, distill, like think about it, feel it, like I like you could be in the midst of, or on the precipice of, like a very deep self-discovery. But it's like this, there's an expansive energy to this. Like you're being guided to like consider these things throughout your day-to-day. And then as the more you practice this, the easier it will be to like know like what works for you, what doesn't, la-di-da. But like I feel like you, like this, the way in which this spirit guide is going to be working with you and you with it is here to help your life and your world to expand. I get like so much traveler vibes from this, like learning, but also like going and doing, and just like as you go and do, like having so much curiosity about the things that you learn along the way. And like this group is very much like whatever it is that you learn, it's like you see that there's a purpose to why and how you came across, or whatever it was that came across you. Like there's meaning in everything. And I feel like that's what your spirit guide is here to teach you, and to help you see and experience. And I feel like you're really open to that, and like you're doing that, you know, like you're really doing that, and it's coming together for you. And it's just going to be a practice that you continue to do. Yeah. Okay, so let me push these cards up a little bit here, so you can see. So down here you got the 7 of Pentacles, the 3 of Wands, and the 6 of Cups. Like this is seriously saying, like, when your experiences, like I was saying with the before, like the things that you come across and the things that come across you, that's this energy with the 3 of Wands. and like taking it in and integrating it so it has meaning for you. It has like some staying power. Like you were letting things like this spirit guide is here for you to continue to remain open to allow things to affect you in such a deep way to where you make meaning of these things. And you don't need to overdo it in that aspect, but it's like there's a spiritual like awakening like related to your place in the world and how everything is connected. That things don't just happen by mistake or coincidence. Like it has meaning. It has purpose to help you learn. And even if you don't learn it immediately, right in the moment, it's like that it'll come, it's kind of like a mist, like it comes to you later on, like maybe whatever it is that comes your way gets in there, right? But then it kind of like percolates and you might not be like, oh, I know exactly what that's about, blah, blah, blah. It's like, it then just kind of comes up at some point where it's like, oh, yeah. Oh, I remember that. Yeah. Like that's what that was about, right? So you can have those experiences too. I feel like it's like things dawn on you, you know? And I feel like the spirit guide being with you right now is really helping you to understand just the power and the significance of yourself and your place in the world with your people in all aspects that you engage. And also the significance of the things that come your way. It matters. It absolutely matters. That's what they are highlighting to you. I also feel like you may have struggled a bit with this at different points. Like I said earlier, I feel like this group is at different spots in this kind of growth, journey, expansion, like consciousness. This is like the expanding consciousness group, you know, like it's wild. You guys, some of you may even be into like astral travel type stuff, you know. I don't know too much about that, you know, but like the whole like expansive moving out into other places and spaces, and very deep thinkers in this group. Very deep thinkers in this group. And what I feel like you say, like there's something that your spirit guide notices in you, and that you may notice it in yourself as well, that you could feel like you're questioning at times, like, well, am I doing it right, you know? Or not even doing it right. That's not necessarily the word. It's more like, am I getting it, you know? I feel like that might be something you may struggle with, is like, am I really getting what it is that my spirit guide is trying to tell me? Or like, and that's what makes it so hard to pin down, is because it's so ephemeral, because your spirit guide is totally about consciousness and like the way you think about yourself and your place in the world, and like how your energy affects others, kind of like the butterfly effect in a way, and how like really your spirit guide really wants you to understand that like your actions and your thoughts and like your way and you move through the world and how you engage on this you know, human plane is absolutely significant. You have an effect. You have a very far, wide-reaching effect, farther and wider than you realize. You know, it's kind of like a pebble in a pond where it's like the pebble gets tossed and then the ripples like go out and they just keep going and keep going and keep going, and then they may hit the bank and then they kind of come back, and it's like it's very far reaching. Earth and air. Mm-hmm. Earth and air elements. So the spirit guide, I feel like, really occupies this space, right, where it's like really ephemeral, very airy, very, it's like a divine intelligence, you know. And then here you are, right, there's like this groundedness where you are earthbound. You are earthbound, but you're surrounded by this air energy, this ephemeral energy, which is your spirit guide, and which is like kind of like, this is what it's all about, you know. And your purpose, this is about purpose as well. Like, your purpose is to go out and travel, or your purpose is to like expand your world. And really taking in what it is that you come across. Like, this is also a traveling card, right? It's like, where is it that you're going? What gateway do you need to step through? You know, because there's a part of you that's like maybe waiting for something to come and show you on a very tangible level. So that can be what you want to ask your spirit guide. You could have been experiencing this guide as very not tangible enough. You may have even asked yourself, do I even have a spirit guide? You know? And so there's an invitation here. The way in which you can help your spirit guide work with you is to ask them to send you a very tangible sign. And you get to choose what that is, but it's like, okay, well, show me when you are with me. Show me, because it's hard for me to pin you down. Like, you know, there's just this, it's like, it's kind of like they're everywhere for you all at once. And it's not necessarily like they're watching you, like there's like this entity. It's more like it's like there's this just a surrounding energy. It's like an angel. An angel. I feel like your spirit guide is an actual angel. A high-ranking angel. And so, yeah, I think like what they do want you to see, they want you to look to your past. They want you to think about your earliest relationships. How was your consciousness formed, you know, in your earliest relationships? Who is it in your life right now that's close to you? Do you have anybody in your life right now that's close to you? Or do you feel as though there's kind of more diffuse? Are you kind of flying by the seat of your pants sometimes, and you feel like you're just like there's not much ground beneath your feet? So it's like you want them to show you a sign that they're there, and then it's like they also want you to ground yourself and pay attention to like your roots and where you came from. You begin to understand yourself on so much more of a deeper level when you look to your past and how your consciousness and how your spirit, it just like how you are as a person was formed. You know, I get a very like soul searching vibe from this group. Very much soul searching vibe. And they're also saying like, don't wait.
Don't wait for things to come your way. You have what it takes to explore and to learn, not just by sitting in the one space that you occupy. Like, you can learn as much as you can from what you've already experienced, but you will learn more about yourself the more you allow yourself to go out and like travel or go different places. Very, very expansive energy. And they want you to trust that it's fully okay for you to go. It's totally okay for you to, like, you know, explore. Because there's a lot more meaning to be found in these explorations. You have yet to meet some of the core people in your life. You very well may be on the precipice right now, because we have the Fool right in the middle of meeting like the core people in your life. Like, you're on the precipice of really developing solid ground beneath your feet. It's and even if you don't travel, even if you don't go physically anywhere, there's something about this self-exploration right now to where you can create meaning for your life right now and where you are at currently. And really, like, there's an openness about this. There's an invitation for an openness to not only allow yourself to be freely expressive, but also being open to others who are expressing themselves, you know, towards you, and in a healthy way, of course, like in a I feel like a mutually learning here. It's like the more that you go into, the more that you explore the unexplored, the more things are illuminated. And this Fool is headed right towards the moon. So, and this, like I had even said earlier about consciousness, paying attention to your dreams. You can pay attention to your dreams in order for it to highlight to you what it is that your consciousness and this spirit guide in particular is wanting you to see and know and learn and expand about yourself. Because this process is here to help you grow. Because what you've been saying to your spirit guide is like, I feel as though I haven't been growing. I feel a sense of stagnancy because I've been sitting here waiting on a sign or waiting on something to come and happen for me or happen to me, or I'll know it when I see it, I guess. I mean, so it's a very passive energy, but the invitation is like, you don't need anything to do it for you. You have what it takes. And not only that, this task is yours. Like, the more you're able to look into your roots and to explore the unexplored inside of your psyche and even in your heart and all aspects of yourself, the more you can see it, the more light you can shine on it, and the more love and warmth and compassion you can have for it and for yourself, then the more you will expand, the more you will grow, and the more you will feel free and not waiting. No matter where you go, you're not going to be here held at the mercy of some sort of thing making it happen for you or to you. you will then be in the driver's seat, you know. You will be then in the master and commander of your own ship, moving forward, moving wherever, moving sideways, moving backwards, like moving, seeing all of it. It's circumspect. This energy. That's the invitation. That's the invitation. That's why your spirit guide is here. This spirit guide is all about your consciousness. Very much a very, very ephemeral energy with this group. This is a very, very strong invitation. Very strong invitation. Reading, read some books, reflect, journal. Like, be easy on yourself, be open just to this, just to the wonder and to the, you know, I really get the sense, pile number 3, that the more you kind of just like open your eyes, like then signs and synchronicities are going to be everywhere. Signs and synchronicities are going to be everywhere, and that is how this spirit guide is going to show themselves to you. And then like, it's like, then things will be kind of like coming together at certain times, like, you know, and maybe you'll think of somebody and then they'll call you, or like you're kind of thinking of a song and then you get in your car and like, or you walk into a store and that song is playing, or maybe you're struggling and then like the next line from the song that comes on when you hear it is exactly the thing you need to hear. And where you know what you know, it's like a confirmation, it's like reflecting to you, you know. Synchronicities are going to be showing themselves to you. Excuse me, oh my god, I like fully just burped. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, I think that's enough. I'm gonna leave the tarot portion there for you, okay? But yeah, this is pretty wild. It's very open. It's very, I don't know, it's just expansive. I think like this is your spirit guide is all about you, like seeing the signs and synchronicities. And, you know, there's been a part of you that's been kind of waiting on like, do I even have a spirit guide? And like, how do I know? And it's kind of like the invitation is like, explore yourself, explore like your dreams, keep a dream journal, write in a journal, like, you know, even little thoughts throughout the day, or, you know, and then there could even be times when you just put that whole like tangible practice like aside, and then like meditation for sure, walks in nature, getting connected, getting grounded. And patience, like gentle ease. There's a gentle ease with this group, with this spirit guide. Like it's just, like I said, like an ever-present kind of atmosphere, you know? Ease, peace, stillness, quietude, reflection. Whoopsie. Okay, horse, freedom. What? Talk about movement and travel and going. Really? Oh boy. Okay, listen. Horse, freedom.
Your heart is pure and free. A greater purpose calls you. You have unlimited reserves of stamina and strength. You follow the winds of change and accomplish your dreams. What? I'm putting that right over the Fool card here. That's totally what we were talking about, dude. Okay, Swan, Grace. You who glides through the waters, okay. You who glides across the waters of my soul, bring me your wisdom and light. Help me transform into elegance and grace. Inspire me with dignity and the spirit of beauty. So that's very kind of ephemeral, kind of gliding, things kind of just kind of surrounding you, washing over you. Wild. Isn't that cool? Oh my gosh. Okay, pile 3. Whoa. Yeah, be sure to drink some water and like ground yourself after that reading. I know I'm going to do that. Okay. Thank you so much for joining me. I absolutely am so glad and thankful and appreciative of your viewership. I love all of your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes and all the things. And I will see you next time, okay? Okay, bye. Thank you.